Hello, welcome to the Elite Engine Room. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get informed when we drop a new video. Now let us get on with the video. Today, we will be talking about the Koenigsegg Jesko. Speed, precision, brutality. When you think of the apex predator of hypercars, few come close to the monstrous engineering behind the Koenigsegg Jesko. But today, we're not just talking about any Jesko. We're diving deep into the razor-sharp, track-devouring Jesko Attack. Built not for the streets, but for the corners, curbs, and curves of the world's most legendary circuits. Unveiled at the 2019 Geneva Motor Show, the Jesko was named after Christian von Koenigsegg's father, a tribute to passion and legacy. But Koenigsegg didn't stop at creating a top-speed monster. They created two distinct beasts. The Jesko Absolute, aimed at straight-line dominance, and this, the Jesko Attack, engineered to obliterate lap times. Everything on the Attack variant is honed for downforce, grip, and balance. It's more than just a car, it's a track weapon. Firstly, we will be talking about aerodynamics and design.
This massive front splitter, a massive air dam going through the front luggage compartment to add even more downforce. This means we cannot actually store the roof of the Attack version in the front because we have this air dam, but we also had to add a triplex suspension to the front, similar to that we have in the rear, because the downforce is so high on the car that we need that to be able to hold it up. And not only that, we had to actually put an hydraulic tensioner on the triplex suspension as part of holding the car up. So the faster we go, we actually pre-tension the triplex spring to create even more stiffness. We have the traditional big side air intake of Koenigsegg's, where we have the big intercoolers on the sides of the car, feeding the engine and cooling the massive turbos. We have a new set of air intakes here compared to previous Koenigseggs on the side rollover bars, and that's actually the left and right side air intake for the engine breathing. This meant we could open up the rear window quite a lot, so we have a wider, longer, bigger rear window, so we actually for the first time have a reasonable rear view out of the car. It's actually pretty good. We have the massive top-mounted active rear wing that we pioneered on the Koenigsegg 121 and then made a refined smaller version for the Agera RS. And here we're really taking it to the next level. It's a massive rear wing. And you can argue, you can put other systems to create downforce so you don't have to have a wing like fans and other things. But this is actually, from our perspective, one of the most efficient, lightweight, downforce creating apparatus you can put on a car.
The Jesko Attack's most defining feature? Aero. From the moment you see that massive top-mounted rear wing, you know this car means business. Every line, vent, and fin exists to slice air, reduce drag, and increase grip. Front splitter channels air into cooling ducts and underbody tunnels. Rear diffuser creates suction to keep the car glued to the asphalt. The active rear wing adjusts in real time to balance drag and downforce. At 275 km/h, it generates over 1,000 kilograms of downforce. Yes, you heard that right. That's more than enough to flip a Miata upside down. Next, let's talk about the engine and performance.
The engine having no flywheel or clutch at all, as the clutches are inside the transmission. They're tiny and small and sits on the shafts instead of synchronizations that you have in a normal gearbox. We actually have a crankshaft with no flywheel or clutch that kind of stops the inertia in revving. So it feels very much like a super extreme race engine, almost like a Formula One engine. And it's hard to believe it's a 5-liter twin-turbo V8 when you hear the engine and you hear the responsiveness of the engine. And this, of course, with a tight geared 9-speed transmission means you have no lag of power or response, and you can jump from any gear to any gear as fast as the one next to it, and that is completely unique in the world of hyper and mega cars. So here we go, U-Pod. That sound, it's just so emotional, just directly connected to the engine. It's just amazing. I'm just going to show you some fun track driving with the Jesko pre-production car. It's not fully fine-tuned yet, but you'll see it's quite exciting. So here we go.
Under the hood, a 5.0-liter twin-turbo V8 unlike anything else on the planet. Koenigsegg engineered a flat-plane crank weighing just 12.5 kilograms, which allows the Jesko to scream past 8,500 RPM. On regular gas, it makes 1,280 horsepower. Switch to E85 ethanol, you're looking at a face-melting 1,600 horsepower. 0 to 100 kilometers h in under 3 seconds. 0 to 200 kilometers h in just 5 seconds. Top speed? Not the focus. This beast is all about track mastery. The sound is raw, mechanical, symphonic. It's not just power, it's precision, chaos. Next, transmission.
And we really developed the engine in direct combination with a completely new and revolutionary light-speed transmission. One of the key things it does, it takes away the flywheel and the clutch between the gearbox and the engine. What that means is we have much less inertia in combination with the much lighter engine components. And the actual clutches are inside the gearbox for each gear pair, and they're very, very small. They're about this size, so they have extremely low inertia when they're engaged. And when they're open, of course, even less so. This enables us to have this super amazing response of the engine.
Introducing the Lightspeed transmission, a 9-speed, multi-clutch marvel that redefines gear shifting. Unlike conventional dual clutches, LST can skip directly to any gear in milliseconds. Downshifting from 7th to 2nd? Done instantly. It's like shifting through time. Each shift is lightning fast, almost imperceptible. On the track, it feels like an extension of your reflexes. Now, let's talk about chassis, suspension, and handling. Handling the Jesko's Fury is a carbon fiber monocoque chassis paired with Koenigsegg's unique triplex damper system, not just at the rear like in the Agera RS, but also at the front. This means improved grip during acceleration, cornering, and braking. Active ride height adjustment, rear wheel steering, and near-perfect weight distribution make the Jesko Attack feel like a scalpel on the tarmac. Now for interior and driver-focused.
Yeah, I think we should look inside. Yes, I want to show you the interior of the amazing Jesko. You can recognize this as a Koenigsegg, but everything is actually new. I mean, if we just started looking at this door side here, it resembles with this unique Koenigsegg door hinge we have on all our cars. But in this case, it actually is twisted, so the door swings outwards, forwards, and upwards to clear the ground better. So we actually have a new patent for this as well. The door side is also a little bit redesigned. The door is a little bit longer. Up here we have the side airbag. Like in the Regera, and in the Agera we have a similar kind of secret little door pocket here where you can put your wallet and stuff. And it's actually a void going forward. So when the door opens, your stuff doesn't fall out, even if the lid would open, which it shouldn't. We have, two cup holders, because why not? It should be a practical car. We have, again, a shifter here, which is kind of unique for a modern Koenigsegg. And it has this U-pod function built into it, which is ultimate performance on demand. So you have first your kind of normal backwards and forwards clicks for sequential shifting. And then you have the function of a double click forward or a double click backwards, which means it jumps to the furthest gear away from where you are without over or under revving. So for example, if I'm in the 6th gear cruising at 70 kilometers per hour and I want to have a quick acceleration, I push hard on the throttle, you start to feeling the torque, of course, and then I do a double click forward like this. It jumps immediately down to 3rd gear and 7,000 RPM with no hesitation, just as fast as it was the next gear. And that is really the amazing part of our super lightweight, super fast shifting, light speed transmission. It is something we're very, very proud of, and that makes this car so unique. But there are, of course, a lot of other functions and features. I mean, it's very much a practical car. You have a glove box here, which you open through the screen where you can charge your phones. You have a glove box compartment here with 3 USB-C chargers. You have great interior lighting. You have pockets behind the seats. You, of course, small sun visors. And also a little bit bigger cockpit area than previously. We have this very unique steering wheel on this car, which is kind of shares the technology also with the Gemera, where we have the screen that moves together with the steering wheel. This is now still a little bit pre-series, so we're smoothing out the software so it's moving even smoother in the production car. And it really gives kind of this new level of experience for the driver. It's very, very driver's focused and compact and in the line of sight on a horizontal angle. So the advantage of this compared to having a binnacle here is that when you turn your wheel, normally you wouldn't see it, but here you still see it perfectly and level. So that's very unique. We've also gotten rid of the stalks on the car. So we have these buttons for turn signal here. We have this haptic touch feel colored screens, which means you get force feedback, but you still have active graphics. I'll just turn that back on again. You have high-low beam here, you have washer with washer fluid, and then of course you have your shifters here, all integrated into this super unique steering wheel. And as on all Koenigsegg's, we have the key on the magnet holder here, which identifies that you are in the car and that you have the right to drive it. The key is new for the Jesko, a little bit slimmer, and we have this leather patch here that can match the interior, where the symbols are embossed for all the functions. For the auto skin, for the ghost mode, where we can do this theater of everything moving up and down. It's really pretty cool. Also upgraded sound system. The screen is an evolution of what we've had in our parallel cars. All the electronic systems are over-the-air upgradable, so we will keep on adding functions and features, but it's really quite fully stacked with Apple CarPlay and navigation, different music sensations, and of course a lot of modes for track use, wet snow, on and off stability control, launch control, anything you would expect from a modern mega car. So yeah, let's take it for a drive.
Inside the Jesko Attack, you're surrounded by minimalism and modernity. The floating digital gauge cluster rotates with the wheel, keeping your speed and gear visible at all times. Lightweight carbon fiber bucket seats hold you tight through high G corners. It's not about luxury, it's about focus, telemetry, and giving the driver ultimate control. The Jesko Attack isn't just a hypercar, it's a declaration. A declaration that performance can be perfected, that physics can be bent, and that one small Swedish company can push the entire automotive world forward. If the Jesko Absolute is Koenigsegg's straight-line bullet, then the Attack is its sword, sharpened, balanced, and always deadly. No wonder the top G, Andrew Tate, decided to get one. Like what you saw? Hit that subscribe button and let us know, would you take the Jesko Attack to the Nürburgring or to war? Until next time, keep it fast, keep it Koenigsegg.